whistle, I would do the same thing. All right, in day 2 of the Barack Obama presidency, companies, corporate America, are trying to find benefits and sell their products that kind of associate, not directly, but maybe indirectly or not so much, with the new president. Just ask companies like J.Crew, Pepsi, or even BlackBerry by Research in Motion. Julie Roehm is consumer analyst and marketing expert, joining us now with her take. If you look at Pepsi's new logo and slogan, okay, now the old logo, there you go, look at that. There's which one's which. Okay, that's actually not a Hope Obama 08. That is Pepsi's on top. Okay, Pepsi's on top, Obama's on the bottom. But, listen, and there's a lot of momentum around this, Julie, but at the same time, can we not remember that 59.9 million Americans voted for the other guy?
Yeah.
Do we risk alienating people here?
Yeah, it's an interesting point because you can, and I think that you can over commercialize any sort of happening that's going on. We talked about 9/11 at one point, where again, that was a devastation, and this is I guess an optimistic kind of outlook. But people started to take advantage of the crisis and rebuilding America, and they commercialized it to a point where people were really put off. At this case, I think that there's a lot more leeway because there's a lot of happiness, and so they'll go with it for a while, but then it'll get to a point where people will be sick of everybody hearkening to Obama. I mean, just yesterday, I was on the plane, headed here, full-page ad, Budweiser, their new American ale, the tagline, Inaugurale. An open letter, Dear President, from Posturepedic. He needs a new mattress because he's got to get some better quality sleep. I mean, we can go on and on. Tropicana.
There were inauguration sales in all these retailers I went into.
Yeah, Ben & Jerry's. I think it's We Pecan, and the can is highlighted.
Ben & Jerry's. My point, and obviously, listen, there's a lot of the countries we saw is elated. They're ecstatic. But again, 60 million people voted for McCain. A lot of people, it's not all milk and honey here. And do companies like Pepsi risk alienating some of their drinkers? Say, listen, don't associate. I don't want a political association with a product that I like. I just want to drink the freaking soda.
I think right now, because Obama is riding so high with his optimism and with the acceptance that he has. I mean, he's got 70-something. What is percentage? He's got a really high rating right now. And I think that's even some of those people. Well, I got it, but that's even some people who voted the other side are willing to give him some leeway.
So you leave Pepsi. What are you going to drink? You're going to drink Coke, and Coke has a new slogan: Open Happiness. So.
Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pitt, baby, down south. Mr. Pitt, mellow up.
These are all owned by.
But I think that they're all sort of leaning toward this more optimistic, happiness. I mean, the new Pepsi logo is not. The logos were not only similar, but their campaign theme is refresh everything. Very thematically in sync with Obama's sort of change and hope. Everybody's going down this path. I mean, they're even talking about movies and things coming out about this very happiness, optimistic. It's what they're doing. So I think what we're seeing is that you're going to see it. Oh, big
sorry,
Pepsi
someone just threw me a Pepsi. Yeah, I think it's the old logo. I don't know. Yeah, that's the old.
No, yeah, because the new one's got a smile. The new one.
Here, you can open this now.
Oh yeah, thank you. See, the new one's supposed to have the smile.
Yeah, I mean, is there, and you wonder, this is a monumentous occasion and time for America.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I don't know. And I understand marketers have a job to do, but it's a little sad, to see this. We are a commercialized country, but we're latching onto things and almost degrading their value in some ways by just attaching commercial products.
But you're talking about products that already, so Pepsi historically was the choice of a new generation. I feel like we're doing commercials for these products, but they're talking about a more youthful generation. The iconoclastic brands, Apple, AT&T, Pepsi, have always skewed more traditionally youth. Obama had a big following. I mean, he was the most digital of any of the campaigners out there, certainly had a brilliant marketing campaign to get himself where he is today. And it was on the backs, in large part, of youth. Not necessarily their votes, but their viral push.
And Pepsi did research into what would resonate with the millennials.
That's right.
In order to come up with the slogan.
So these brands, I think these brands have less of a risk, Brian, than some of the others that you were worried about turning off, because they are probably leaning heavily into those people who were already for that.
Julie Roehm, we appreciate it. This is the big one, too. Research in Motion. The BlackBerry's never with that. All right, so we are going to go to a break. We'll be back. Top banks, financials, Microsoft, their conference call kicking off in a couple of minutes. You're watching